AI is only as powerful as the platform it's built into. That's why it's no surprise that more than 85% of the Fortune 500 use the ServiceNow AI platform. While other platforms duct tape tools together, ServiceNow seamlessly unifies people, data, workflows, and AI, connecting every corner of your business. And with AI agents working together autonomously, anyone in any department can focus on the work that matters most. Learn how ServiceNow puts AI to work for people at ServiceNow.com. Hey everyone, welcome to Serve, brought to you by ServiceNow. Some people say wow. And some people say, anyone?
God.
Anyone? Joao! That's right.
Get out of here. Did not plan that, and I'm glad we didn't.
Techie Shaw Gabi, we're about 12 seconds from going on, and I started laughing to myself, just...
Oh no. I'm going to include that in the show.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the opening of the show, Sean. Of course you're going to include it.
No, the moment right before he starts.
Oh, right before he starts. That's funny. I was like, of course you're going to include that in the show. Joao.
Man.
And cue everyone going, it's not Joao, it's Joao. Joao.
All right.
Yeah. Beats Novak. One of the best. I was trying to think of like a better first week match in the last tens of years.
I mean,
and I don't know that it's there as far as the level. There's two parts to this. Obviously, the Fonseca part and that story. It's also funny how sports works, where 48 hours ago, he was down 2 sets to a guy as young as him. And everyone's like, oh, well, is Jodar going to take the... Like, it's just how quickly things can change from 48 hours ago. Down 2 sets against Prismic first round. Comes back, wins. We talk about, hey, listen, this is... He got his socks dirty this time, right? Like, this was gritty. And he was emotional afterwards. And now to come back on Philippe Chatrier against the GOAT, who was in form. This is going to be clicky. It's as well as I've seen Novak play, and he's played a lot of good stuff, but in the last couple of years, like the stats for Novak before we get, he served 71% first serves in. And by the way, he's one of the best in the world at defending his second serve. So think about that. 70 winners, 39 unforced errors, and lost.
And he lost.
70 winners, 39 unforced errors.
It's a great match.
Novak did 0 to beat himself. And I know that the laziest of narratives is going to be young guy beats the guy who's fading. And listen, you have to fade. Time's undefeated. But this match didn't feel like it. I know Novak was, a little tired, but 70 winners, 39 unforced errors, 71% first serves. Novak played well. Fonseca beat him. In the moment. Like, it's the best I've ever seen him play on the biggest stage that he's probably been on. Right? Like, I don't know that we've had this moment and someone kind of rise to that moment. You know, you hope this is the first of many for Fonseca, because one, it's a fine line for a young player to engage the crowd without being disrespectful or showing up someone as great as Novak. He hit it perfectly.
Yeah. No
notes. Anything he did to the crowd, notice he was pretty much always facing away from Novak. And it was a hand, not a bit. He handled it the moment perfectly. He engaged the crowd. He used him when he needed to, but there was nothing that was even close to friction between these two.
Yeah.
Like 0. There was no one-upping, I don't care who this guy is, I'm going to go out. There was none of that. It was like, as hard as you can see two guys compete, different moments of their careers. One grinding for that first big signature win after a couple years of hype, where we're surprised to see a 28 next to his name here. Like, we thought that was going to be an 8 or a 3 or a 5, right? And then against the guy who's trying to hang on, Sinner loses. Can I squeak out just one more? Opposite ends of the spectrum, but you know what is the unifier in sports is common ground of struggle, right? The struggle for Fonseca trying to break through is different than the struggle for Novak against his body at this point. And to see those things overlay and the greatness of Novak shine through, and then like that first glimpse into like big greatness for Fonseca was on display today. He was great today.
Yeah, he had a couple ridiculous shots. I think the one where he was running and hit a forehand, and it just left Novak smiling, but also, he kind of waved to the crowd like this. And like you said, it was understated, but the energy was unbelievable. I mean, it felt like a big time final. And both guys showed up with ridiculous shots. But we were talking about before we came on a shot that Novak had where he dug out of Ollie. But it just to acknowledge, like, just both players just kept looking and smiling and kind of laughing at the moments of like they were pulling out all stops, and it was greatness was on display at both ends of the spectrum.
But it like Fonseca's forehand, it almost kind of like reminds me, it's almost a quicker release, but it like Del Potro would make you into a mannequin. Like you think you'd be shading one way, and then you would just get stood up, like boom, like, and he would gain on like 1, 2, and the third one would be bigger than the first. You kind of have that thing with Fonseca, but this is Looney Tunes, like him regularly hitting forehands 111, 113. I mean, he was like Novak is. I mean, like everything, he's the best at all time at certain skill sets, but especially with shading and putting himself in the court to D up, to anticipate where the ball's going, to know based on his ball flight where the most likely place that they can put it safely is. And he got stood up 20 or 25 times in this match where it was in the flow of the rally and Fonseca just lit one up and Novak was just still. And it wasn't because he wasn't trying to run for balls or manage his energy. It was just like, I mean, Mary Jo and Jim, by the way, Jim is like a genius. Like, he's so good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And Mary Jo's amazing. But when it looks different enough for Mary Jo Fernandez to be sitting courtside, she's not watching on the TV. She's just hearing and seeing in real time. And he hit one, and it went 111. She goes, "What was that, Jim?" Like, to know, for someone who's seen as much, to instantly know that one was absolutely sent. I mean, I can only imagine what the sound was like.
Yeah.
There. I mean, he just has... And this was one of the first times where I felt like Fonseca wasn't trying to hit winners. They were happening. And there's a difference, right? You'll see him on some of the matches that he struggled in, force back in, trying to hit winners, trying to hit forehands from the wrong spots. He was hitting some lobs off of returns. He was digging, grinding. The level of grittiness I've seen from Fonseca the first week of this tournament, the first couple rounds, has just been fantastic. This feels like he's leveled up. This feels like what we've been hoping for. I don't even want to say waiting for, because that implies that everyone should just be on the same trajectory all the time as like an Alcaraz or a Nadal, and that's dumb. But hoping for. He's so good for the game. Also, I think an understated part of, or undertold part of Novak, or maybe underacknowledged, when he is playing a young player, I think he understands what he means to those young players. Like, he'll get into some shit sometimes, but a lot of times, like with a contemporary or like with the younger players, he's like very, I don't know. I think he knows how important he is to the younger players. I don't think he ever uses the lever of like, I'm going to talk shit to this guy just because I know it'll rattle him. It's normally meant for peers or people that he's been on tour with or people that deserve it, or, or it's to his box. But
I'm the camera guy today.
Yeah, but he was, but fine.
You should.
But it's not, I mean, I don't know, should or shouldn't. Like, listen, he's done stuff that he would probably say I regret on court, right? But it's not really ever to these 19-year-olds, right? The way he was with Fonseca at the net.
It was awesome.
Where he took him, but that's kind of normal for him.
Yeah.
He was the same with Carlos when Carlos came up. He was the same. I mean, he's good like that. But I don't know where this leaves us with Novak.
I know they were speculating, right? Like maybe this is the last time we see him walk off.
I think every time is that time. He's an injury away. I mean, I've said, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it has to be a little bit better for Novak where you're like, I'm not worried about my form. Like, to not really play tennis since Australia, he's played 2 matches, and to show up and to be able to play 2 tough 4-setters in a brutal 5-set. I mean, that was brutal, the points they were playing. And when someone's hitting that big, like Fonseca, the amount of energy it takes to play defense against that, it's everything is like that first 10% of movement. That first move is max to keep up with that amount of pace.
Can you talk about the depth that's required? You know, because you think a lot about lateral movement in tennis, but when somebody has a big forehand like that,
yeah,
like,
well,
I mean, how much does that increase the potential movement around the court for somebody like Novak?
Taki Sean, say what you said. The question you asked when we were watching or before about the drop shots and Fonseca.
Oh yeah, I mean you're watching Fonseca hit these drop shots, and to me they started to feel a little bit like Alcaraz level drop shots. And I was just curious, like, why? Because you watch some other people hit drop shots and they don't look as effective. Why did Fonseca's look similar to Alcaraz level drop shots?
Well, because they both they probably have the two hardest forehands in the game. So to set up a drop shot, you're doing two things. You're hitting a good drop shot. That's oftentimes almost secondary to setting up the drop shot, right? So if you look at Alcaraz, he's the one who can create the speed that Fonseca can create off of the forehand side. So if you're like a Novak or any other player that's like mortal, you have to dig in 2 or 3 feet. As soon as Fonseca knows that he has him dug in and has set the table by hitting one, so you have to simultaneously guard 112 forehand that'll knock your face off. To do that, you have to dig in back 2, 3 feet and dig in and be ready to explode to either side on a moment's notice. And then with that forehand, you have to back up so it creates more space for the drop shot. The drop shot doesn't have to be as good. They just have to catch you against your dig, right? So it was actually, you know, on top of choosing Zverev to win the title and choosing Basavaredi, and I think Techie Sean's he did edit out a segment of the show.
He's earned it. He's earned the right to final edit.
I guess if you have the power of the edit.
When you Googleizes something and doesn't do it really well.
Really fucked it up. Anyways, but you're right. I mean, the reason why I think it looks similar, Alcaraz's hands are a different animal altogether, but the ability for them to freeze their opponent into a defensive position opens up the drop shot. And I don't think their drop shots have to be as good as someone who can't create. I mean, if you're creating 90 off the forehand or 95, like your drop shot has to be a little bit better. All of those margins matter, you know. And if you're freezing Novak with drop shots, it's because there's a massive threat somewhere else on the court, which there was with Fonseca. But
it's very cool. I mean, he's the first teenager ever to beat Novak in a Grand Slam. And also now the Service Now stat of the day that I'm going to give you is 289-2. That is the Grand Slam record by Novak Djokovic, went up 2-0. Today was only the second time he's ever.
The other one was Jürgen Melzer at the French Open. I don't remember what round it was. 3rd, 4th, quarters, something like that. But I think it was Jürgen Melzer.
Yeah, it was 2010.
Yeah. Okay. I would have said 2009. I would have been wrong.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't know how to define Novak. I don't know how to. I mean, it's no different. I mean, him losing that match. It's weird when you see someone as accomplished as him lose a match like that, and me walk in and shake my head and go, I don't understand how he does it. Like managing his way through that match. Obviously, ad nauseum, everyone's been talking about the conditions. He hasn't played tennis. Like, his body hasn't been stressed like this since January. That's an eternity, especially when you're almost 40 years old. So the body's surviving, playing the level that he played. I thought he played great. I'm curious to see what other analysts think. And I hope it doesn't fall into the narrative of, well, he's just, he's not as good as I thought he played great. I thought Novak played amazingly well. Like, weirdly, he probably feels better about Wimbledon after this tournament than maybe going into it. I think there's less question marks. And if Carlos isn't at Wimbledon, short list. Yeah. Still starts with Jannik, but he's on the short list for sure. Another part that I thought was interesting. Then we'll get to we'll kind of race through the other matchups. I know that we've had a couple of matches or circumstances that have kind of dominated the shows the last couple of days. Normally we kind of fire through a little bit quicker on the quick serves. Obviously with Jannik losing, that is crazy town, and the match that we saw today is crazy town. But Fonseca, after his first match, or sorry, his first comeback where he was down 2 sets and won against Prismic. I guess it was second round. The emotion he showed after that match, right? And then kept it together today. And then they had a locker room camera, and he goes and hugs his team, and he melts, like emotional. To me, and I've only been around Fonseca in small doses where it's hi, how are you, and cordial and fun and whatever, but I feel like that's expectation coming out, right? Like if we're saying you should be higher, there's no chance that he's not going, I know everyone thinks I should be higher.
Yeah.
I think that's emotion, expectation kind of falling out of a body after you've done something you're proud of.
Especially being one of the biggest athletes in your country's
existence
right now.
But also, like, for context of people, maybe you've gotten into, like you guys, maybe you've got like super hardcore into tennis. The reason why there's an appetite that's so large in Brazil is because they've had that guy. They've had Guga Kuerten. He won in Roland Garros 3 times. He won from like 60 in the world one year, and then followed it up and was beloved. Like, nicest guy on tour. Literally never saw. The only time you ever saw him like outside without a flip flop on was when he was playing. Cool hair, like swag, nicest guy. Would draw the big heart in the middle of the court when he won on the clay. It was just, he was charisma personified with zero arrogance. Like, they know what that feels like. That's a country that knows what it feels like and has missed it and wants it again. Right? That's why that's a huge part of, on top of his, obvious talents and the ceiling, it's this thirst where they know what the thirst being quenched feels like.
Yeah.
And they've wanted it. And it's been a minute now. Right. But I thought Fonseca handled himself beautifully. I thought he played unbelievable.
What was your take? We can close out this beat, but the way he finished it with those 3 straight.
It was a joke.
Aces.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. So I sent our, like, we kind of group chat, and JW's on it, and as the matches are going, we kind of get in and out of it's like any of you with your tennis folks having a group chat. And he broke. I'm like, this is unreal tennis. And then I'm going, this is where nerves come in. And people are going to get caught up in those 3 serves. Like, ice cold, there's going to be all those things. He duffed 2 forehands that game, everyone. Like, he got tight. The first time he hit a forehand, he'd missed some, but they missed like by an inch. He missed a couple of forehands by 2 feet wide and then put one a foot beneath the net strap. Like, to where I'm going, oh, this is
getting tight.
Gets down break point. 137, 138, 132.
What was it, wide and then TT?
Wide, which is the hardest serve in tennis to hit. Wide ad side flat. T again. 3 aces against the best returner of all time, but also the rangiest returner of all time. Like, Andre was a great returner, but you could ace him because he would sell out to one side. He didn't have go-go gadget arms like Novak, right? Yeah, so getting tight, missing those forehands, and then coming back with those 3 serves, never mind like the physical ability to do it after almost 5 hours on court, but like to step up, hit your shot. It was one of the, it has to be the most entertaining first week match that I've seen. One of the best matches I've seen in a while. But definitely one of the best first week matches I've seen, not just from drama, but from a level. That was a semi or final of a Grand Slam today. Like a good one.
Like a good one.
Like a good one. Yeah, it was fantastic. We'll see. Now it's weird because he wins that match and it's the beginning of the second week.
Yeah. Like, reset the expectation.
And we don't know.
Bit,
we haven't seen.
Got to have the energy.
Well, his fitness is a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, just so we're clear, the other thing that we need to get to, and then I'll close the Novak Fonseca match. I could talk about this match for another hour, but I'll close it, right? So even he was 10-9 on the year coming into this event, right? Disappointing by his standards, not what everyone expects from him. Okay. To not let that affect your ability to be prepared if and when that moment comes, right? To be physically ready at a young age when you have to get through those 2 5-setters to survive week 1 and to beat the greatest of all time. Props to him. Props to his team. Right? He looked pretty good physically the whole time. Wasn't wincing. Didn't show pain. And he played a 5-setter last match, everyone. Like, to put those two together now, can he do it again? We're shooting this as the Casper Ruud Tommy Paul matches, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he plays the winner of that. If not, just do that little edit thing you did to yourself yesterday. Take the shot.
I
will. He does.
Yeah,
he does.
Can he come and do it again? I mean, I don't know. We'll see what the rest of it is, but for today, that was a glimpse at potential greatness in the future. It was great today. If he can do that when he's expected to win consistently, right? Do that against someone who's trying to take his lunch as opposed to trying to take Novak's lunch, then we have a future Grand Slam champion in our hands, in my opinion. It's been said before, but today was the first time where I think it wasn't like you were looking at him and saying he has the shots and the speed of shot to be a Grand Slam champion. He actually looked the part fully today, mentally, physically, everything. Well-deserved, and I don't know what you say about Novak at this point. That's not like... I don't know. I mean,
thank you for letting us watch that.
Yeah, I mean
seriously,
I walk in and I said it yesterday. I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah,
like 39 years old to put that performance together against a kid that's has the upside of a Grand Slam champion who probably played the best match they've ever played, and to make them work as hard as they've ever worked before. Still, he was up a break in the. It was just beyond impressive. It was Novak-esque, and there's no other way to play it. But there were other matches.
Yes, other 5-setters, other great ones.
There are a lot of 5-setters right now.
Yeah, a lot of 5-setters.
We were looking at that like based the comps. It's been pretty intense. Rublev goes through, like, my only good pick. Redraw show. Devil. Oh, that reminds me. Thank goodness we have a redraw show tomorrow. But also, like, I don't know what to do with this because the other thing, Novak goes out. Not a single person left in the draw has ever won a Grand Slam on the men's side. Not one.
Not one.
Not one. And we're not to the round of 16
I mean,
yet.
I don't even know how many of them have even made a final. Like, you got Ruud, you got Zverev. I mean, I'm trying to think.
Rublev. I mean, yeah. I mean, I need to take a second, but
I would need to look at that.
That's a good. Yeah, we'll look at that.
There's not many. Tsitsipas is out, so he's no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a great question, but redraw show is going to be a little bit more difficult. You can't just pencil in Alcaraz and Sinner again.
No. I mean, another young guy that really impressed was Jodar. Mixon. That was a battle.
Has also, by the way, you don't see, like, there's always a question mark around the young guys. How are they going to deal best of 5? Fonseca, Jodar, Tien. Like, these guys are prepared. Like, I'm so impressed with the level of preparedness with these young players. Jodar beats Alex Mickelson, who played great. Clay, I don't think, is his favorite service. Great run. And gave Jodar hell today. Jodar's legit. Like, we'll see. When he has time on the ball, I actually think he gets better when the conditions calm down a little bit too.
When it cools off a little bit?
Because I think he can create more speed off of a dead ball than most of the guys left in the tournament.
Yeah.
So I think he actually got through. Like, I don't think he struggles with Duckworth second round if it's not like 95 degrees, dusty, and the ball flying everywhere. Like, I think time on the ball is a friend of Jodar, but
he's got boosted next.
But he's gone through some 5-setters. Bust a move.
Yeah.
Mensik gets through Demon. I thought Mensik, I mean, he got like airlifted out of the court the other day. Like, only slight exaggeration. But he struggled at the end of his match, wheelchair out. You do not want to see the Demon when your tank is on empty. And it did not look good. Dropped the first set. Was it 6-0?
6-0,
yeah.
Baggled.
And then credit to him, turned it around. Another young guy doing work. 2-2-3 or something like that afterwards.
2-2-3.
Demon and tough out. Carreño Busta is a nice little throwback here.
Yeah.
He's a guy who's been like an uber professional his entire career. Was a top 10 player, made the semis of the US Open. I think the year that Novak hit the lines person, he was against Carreño Busta. But a guy that's never had the biggest shot on a court and knows how to win and play tennis matches. Great run, maybe a surprise run later on in his career. Yeah. Mike, you picked De Jong.
You're
a lucky loser. You picked him through to the round of 16.
Yeah, you know what? I looked in there. I clicked on his profile. I said 5'11", 154 pounds, 25 years old.
Yeah.
This is his time.
This is it. Yeah.
And
I mean, the serve team, you're making me look like fucking amateur hour. You took, it's just.
Yeah, I did it so good at it. It's just because I had Feast through and I forgot to hit save when I redid my bracket. But it's worked out great.
So you had Feast.
Yeah.
And then Feast dropped out and you just forgot to correct your bracket.
I became the lucky loser of my own bracket.
So then De Jong took Feast's place, and in the way our bracket is set up, it
kept him through.
Whoever Feast's replacement was. Yep. So you picked up a decent amount of points.
Yes.
But you would have taken him anyway.
De Jong.
You would have taken him anyways to beat Hachinov.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, I took him to get all the way through, apparently, to Zverev.
You and Sean just need to get together for that. Look at us. Look at us.
With the Jesper? Thanks, Jesper.
Casper TP update. Bueller.
We are sitting at 3-3 in the 5th right now, and Mr. Casper is about to serve.
Yeah, and we would have waited, but we waited all day yesterday till all the matches finished, and everyone was pissed at us. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go during the middle of Casper and TP's 5th set, and guess what's going to happen?
Well, I mean, we still got to get through the women, so maybe it goes quick. I doubt it, though.
Probably not. Zverev handling Hallis. I mean, I don't know if anyone's feeling more pressure than Zverev from this point forward in this tournament. But he's earned it. You know, what's the old Billie Jean King saying that is right when you walk out of the U.S. Open? Pressure is a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Expectation is a privilege. So we'll see how that goes. But another 5-setter. Casper down 2 sets, even it up, 3-all in the 5th set. Iga versus a countrywoman Lynette, 4-4. Iga rolling. You know what I love about Iga too? Is I think there's a little more vanity with a lot of players about when they play and what court and the whole thing. She requests first time at 12 o'clock, when the Parisians haven't even arrived on set.
Yeah, she's like, let's get this over with.
She's like, I'm going to get my work in. My feet are going to be up. For sure, she has more normal hour dinners than any other player in the world. She's getting ready for dinner at 5:45 p.m.
She's the 6th woman in the Open era to reach the Roland Garros round of 16 in each of her first 8 main draw appearances, joining Chrissy Everett, Monica Seles, Steffi Graf, Marina Navratilova, and one Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Pretty good players.
That's pretty good company, but she's there. I mean, however many, 6 slams. I mean, 15 years from now, it's going, someone else is going to be, she's up there with Iga Świątek. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Andreeva's looked great, beat Buzkova. She's been drilling people too. The score lines have been pretty straightforward. 2-4, 2-2s. Teichmann over Muchova. Not sure that we had that on the bingo card, but Teichmann lefty, tough, fun to see here. Svitolina rolling. Kostyuk sets up a meeting with Iga Świątek. Kostyuk rolled today. Cirstea not retiring.
Dude, I mean, what the heck? Bagels.
I don't know. You know what I should have done is said I was going to retire and then just been free and easy and see if I just played great. The Danielle Collins Cirstea model.
This is the least shocking stat of all time. She's 36 years old. She's the oldest player in the Open era to win a Grand Slam main draw match by a double bagel. You're yeah.
She went 0-0.
I mean,
that's a little mean. It's a little mean, right?
She's lost only 7 games across the 3 rounds in Paris and has won 23 consecutive games.
Well, listen, I didn't feel good during the draw show. Might feel worse during the redraw show. I don't know what to do with any of this. But it's super interesting. One of the things I love, and we'll get on with it after this, but one of the things every single slam kind of develops its own personality. We're going to remember the 26 French Open. It's chaos ensued. No one's won a major. We're going to be able to tell a story. Someone's life is going to change completely. Mm-hmm. Their legacy is going to change completely in the next, 8-9 days. Someone's life on the men's side is going to completely change. Does it change Iga's life if she wins another one? Probably not. Not much. It will change someone's life on the men's side. Potentially on the women's side too, but definitely on the men's side. No one's won. It's insane. We haven't started the second week yet, and we don't have a single person who's won a major before in the draw.
It's wild.
Looney Tunes. Most open it's been since I said 2003. There were 4 different slam winners. it'll be interesting. Not what if they would have told you after the first two different slam winners and Sinner hadn't won one yet? Interesting. What else you got, Mike?
Nothing. You got, we'll see if we want to include this stuff, Sean, so maybe we'll do. Little news update. You had Samez get injured while playing a doubles match. She tripped over a raised Lacoste advertising board.
Bolter did too.
Yeah, and so Samez left the match with 2 stitches and a bruised knee. In her post, she wrote, "Do we really have to wait until a player is seriously injured before these courtside boards are removed?" Katie Bolter tripped over the same boards the day before. So it just seems to be an issue.
To be clear, this is worth keeping in the show for sure. Like, the boxes serve no purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone who was pissed the other day about the tarps in the back. Someone was pissed about the tarps in the back.
It was who was it who got hurt? The male player.
Oh, it was Blocks.
Blocks.
Okay, yeah. Blocks got hurt. That's unfortunate, but also the tarps serve a purpose, right? As soon as it starts raining, if it starts pouring, you don't want mud. You have to have the tarps ready to put them over the court. They actually serve a purpose for court conditions. If it pours and you have to go get tarps from inside of a stadium and bring them out, like, you lose an hour or two of court. The moisture is trapped.
Mm-hmm.
These boxes that the umpires put their little feet in,
mm-hmm.
they don't do anything. It's purely for advertising. Purely. No other. So the question becomes, does that take precedent over player health? We've had 2 women. Bolter almost got hurt, and Sonmez apparently has gotten hurt by it also. They serve no purpose. Yeah. Can't make an argument for it. Like at Blocks, I heard it, and some people were like, why do they even have those there? Well, I can tell you very simply. You might not agree with it, but there's a very functional reason why they exist.
Yeah.
Right. These little boxes, just a hazard, really.
No, not to put them on the brand, right? This is on the organizers. Like, what are we doing?
Ooh, what if, oh shit, I'm going to get myself in trouble.
Yeah,
Here we
it's
go.
not done.
Here we go. What if they had to renegotiate the boxes and they had to give the players 22% of the revenue from the boxes?
Oh!
Thank you for watching Served, brought to you by ServiceNow. We will see you at the redraw show. We need it. AI is only as powerful as the platform it's built on. With the ServiceNow AI platform, your AI, data, and workflows all work together, connecting every corner of your business. To see how you can put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com/AI-agents.